Yes. So yesterday I posted in the ISS students group
Hmm?
about the new program. About the last date is 31st of January, and the requirement this year is they have told the candidates to produce DELE or CLA A1 level certificate. Last year it was not this was not the requirement.
Yeah.
So since institute is CLA examination center, we are also getting many calls from other parts of India for the CLA certification. And CLA also allows people to do the examination remotely. Wherever people are, they can appear for the exam. I don't know the people who wanted to ask questions. They
Yeah,
are here with us. I think we can begin with the sessions. Yeah, we can begin with the questions that you have. If
yeah,
before that, if Anvit, if you want to say something, when it starts, when does it end, and what kind of work you do, that and what kind of accommodation you get, whether you have to arrange yourself or they provide you something, what kind of
Okay, so I'll give you a brief what do you say, a session about what we do here. So firstly, like you said, now it's compulsory to have a A1 in Spanish, but it is also compulsory to have a C1 in English. So A1 in Spanish and C1 in English is like the mandate for applying. And then, of course, like I mean, it'll be given that you have to have a letter of recommendation, your certificates, and the basic gist. So after that, I think what we do here is, so it's a 20-hour work week where Spain is very different in different regions. So, for example, what we do here might not be the exact same thing that you do in Madrid or Barcelona or whatever. But basically, what you try to do is you help out with you will have one professor, one or two maybe, who speak a bit of English. Other than that, everything is Spanish here. So you will be helping out the children. So maybe preparing English lessons, translating English books, and helping out in whichever way, like your coordinator deems fit. So he can. You are not allowed to take the class alone per se, but you will always be helping out your coordinator in whatever, like, so whatever needs to be translated or your lesson plans, you can make it interesting, you can put in your own ideas. So I didn't come from a teaching background, but it's nothing to worry. You can come here, you will meet other auxiliars, you will get a gist of how to go about things. So I think that would be the main thing that we do here. So it's about a 20-hour work week. And so if when it comes to the stay, so when I applied, it's a
Mhm.
long wait, so you never know. But I tried searching for accommodation even when I was like back in India. So I think Ranjit sir might help you get into other groups, or you can ask me, I can add you to other groups that are already here. But until and unless you don't know which region where you're placed, it doesn't make any sense to join any group. So
Mhm.
once you know where you're going to be placed, then you can like then you will have a limited amount of time. You can start searching for housing. There are other apps, I can recommend some apps. And because you get added into the group, it's the time, it starts in October, so October 1st. So almost all the auxiliaries will be coming in then. So you can share. So I have like one guy from the US and one girl from the Philippines who are my roommates right now. And we got to know each other through Reddit and other groups. So it's better if you can prepare, like you can look out for accommodation, because at that time, if especially if you're placed in a small town, you will it'll be a rush to get into good housing spaces here. But you can, after that, you can get, I mean, you can get your contracts done and things like that. So it's not a very big hassle, but yeah, you can, I mean, you'll get a lot of help once
Mhm.
you decide to come here.
So, Anvit, you talked about the recommendation letters. So, it has to be from whom? From the institute? From our institute?
Yeah, it could be. So, for example, if you're in the learning background, same teaching background, you can get it from your other workplaces,
Institution.
from
Huh.
yeah, from your
Okay.
institute. For example, mine was done. My Ranjit sir gave a very good recommendation for me. So
Huh, huh, huh.
it could be from anywhere. That doesn't like really matter as long as it's a good recommendation, you know.
Right. Got it. Got it.
¿Hasta qué nivel, disculpe, tengo una pregunta, ¿hasta qué nivel es necesario?
¿Nivel de qué? ¿Inglés o español?
Nivel de español.
A1, ahora.
Solo. Vale.
Solo A1, pero con un certificado oficial. SIELE,
De DELE o SIELE.
sí.
Ranjit sir, the question goes to you. How much will it cost to get the A1 certification of a CLA or CLA?
CLA or DELE. CLA is a common exam for all the levels. As I don't know whether you're part of the ISS students group, but CLA is an expensive exam in one sense, but it is very flexible. For example, if you compare it with DELE A1 will cost you around 4,000 rupees, but it doesn't happen in a particular city every time. Means they keep changing the city and it happens on 2 days. For example, this year I was in Chennai during November. So one day they do the reading, writing and listening part, and next day they do speaking part. So you have to go to that place, stay there for 1 or 2 days, and then you do the exam there. So if you calculate the expenses of DELE, then it is higher than CLA. CLA can be done from your place where you are at home. You can do in your laptop, or if you choose to come to our center in Bangalore or in the other places where we are offering CLA at our centers, you can do that. And CLA, I mentioned that it is a common exam for all the levels. It is a kind of diagnostics of your level of Spanish. So whatever level you are at, as per the score, your level will be determined. For example, there are 4 sections: reading, writing, listening and speaking. So the total marks, the maximum marks are 250 for each section. That means 250 into 4 is 1000. Out of 1000 you get score like A1, A2, B1, B2 and C1. There are 5 questions in CLA in every section. 5 questions. So first question is for A1, second is for A2, third is for B1. So complexity level of all the questions increases, but you are free to attempt all the 5 questions. Out of 250, if you get 155, your level is B1. I'm talking about, let's say, reading part. In listening, if you are a very good listener and you are free to attempt all the questions here, you may get a better grade here. You can be at B2 or C1. So similarly, all the 4 sections can have different levels in CLA. That means practically it is also impossible for you to fail in CLA if you have a level which is better than A1, then you will never fail. But in DELE, it is a complicated thing. It means you have to get at least 60% marks in reading, writing, listening, and speaking, all the 4 sections. But if you miss to get less than 60% of the marks, then the entire course fee that you, sorry, the registration fee that you pay, the travel arrangements that you make for doing the exam to go to different location, it goes it gets wasted. So I prefer CLA because of this reason. And Yeah, that is. I think I
Y
answered your question.
The cost, sir, you didn't say the cost.
Cost of there are, as I mentioned, that 4 combinations, and these 4 combinations as of now in India they are charging 135 euros, which is more than 12,000 rupees, 12,500, 600 rupees.
Okay.
And this is what they need. CLA Global is the requirement that they have for this particular Auxiliar de conversación program. They are
para
not
este trabajo, pero creo que hay algunos límites de edad, ¿no?
in CLA.
No, es para este trabajo,
40 creo que.
40,
No estoy
hasta
seguro,
40.
no estoy seguro, pero
Yo
creo
he
que 40.
compartido el enlace en el grupo, pero
Ujú.
yo
60 years.
tampoco.
I think last year at least it was till 60, anywhere between, I mean, up to 60 years.
Ok. ¿Y cuánto pagan? Por ejemplo, ¿lo que pagan es suficiente para sobrevivir en España? Porque es una ciudad, un lugar muy caro. Está en Europa.
Depende de la ciudad, por fin.
¿Cuáles son mínimos?
800
Por
is what you
ejemplo,
get.
en interior, por ejemplo, en del sur de Sevilla o de otra ciudad, o en Barcelona. ¿Cómo se pagan?
It depends. Like for example, Murcia region, there's a region called Murcia. That region pays you around 800, and if you go to the islands as well, they might pay you 800. But in Madrid and other bigger cities like us, we get paid 1,000 euros.
Vale,
per-
1,000. Ajá.
Sí.
1,000. Vale, sí. Está bien.
Sorry, 1,000 per
Vivirse.
month, or is it 1,000 per
1,000
week?
euros per month. Yeah.
Por mes, sí. Por mes,
Per month.
vale.
So
Thank
in Spain, when I was there in Spain, the people who earn 1,000 rupees, 1,000 euros, they have a name called mil euristas, and it was a salary of the employees who start their job. Or this was not considered a very good salary, but it was kind of
Sí.
low salary. So 1,000 rupees for an
Un
intern.
poco bajo, sí.
Sí, es un poco bajo. Pero alguien que está en España para aprender español o practicar español por algunos meses puede manejar.
Pero ¿quieres compartir piso o para una persona sola? Está bien.
Compartir, en mi opinión, compartir es muy buena.
Sí.
Because you're already
Porque,
leaving your country, it's good to make friends, know people, know other cultures, and you never know,
pero es un poco peligroso también.
Sí, peligroso es.
Porque hay muchísimos edificios, tiene solo un baño para 3 personas. Eso es un poco difícil, pero está bien.
Bueno,
Creo
no es
que-
necesario vivir con los chicos, con chicas también, ¿no?
Sí, solo chicas, está bien.
Sí,
Sí, entonces no hay, no hay, no hay nada peligroso en caso de las chicas o solo los chicos, ¿no?
porque like there was one incident actually. This happened in Barcelona. The Urgel region, this Calle de Urgel. So the person of this housemate, he just made pieces of that another person. Yeah, his body was found. So it was like, with chicas, sí, está bien. Con
Yeah,
chicas, pero no sé,
Yeah,
no estoy segura de estos.
this can happen in any part of world,
Yeah.
even in
But
India
it is
also.
like you should go for good rental agency. It's good. Creo que sí. Pero En región de Murcia o región de Sevilla está bien. It's good salary. The salary is good
Yeah.
para sobrevivir.
So, Anvit, I have many friends and people who are in Spain at this time, and also in the last 2-3 years when they have started. Most of them are not in the big cities; they are in the rural areas, rural places.
Yes,
Pueblos, sí.
pueblos.
Jayant wants to say something.
Sí, tenemos que hacer, tenemos que hacer amigos cuando visitar cualquier nuevo país.
Claro, claro.
Sí.
So, Anvit,
Yeah.
do you recommend this program to the students who are learning Spanish? Does it help them?
Uh,
Do you get time to interact with the people, local people?
For sure, your speaking skills will definitely improve because, like I said, wherever you go, especially if you're placed in pueblos, nobody speaks any other language, your speaking skills will improve.
Mhm.
But I think you will still have to concentrate. I mean, join some place if you want to like go into the core grammar and stuff, but your speaking skills, your listening skills will be definitely off the charts once you leave. Provided you are a slightly social being, I know some people they just come here. I know, in fact, my previous auxiliary, she came, she stayed, and she just went back. She didn't even travel much. So there are people like that. Depends on what you want to do, sir. To be honest, like I said, even to come here, it includes a lot of uh, money that is involved, and also once you are here, you will have to go through a lot of processes. But it's a new experience. If someone wants to do it, someone likes it, I would definitely recommend this because yeah, you don't get opportunities like this on a daily basis. And I always wanted to travel outside. So
So, Anvit, what is and what could be the objective of at the end of the program you want to achieve or one would like to achieve?
to be very honest, I love Spanish and I am a travel buff. So putting
Right,
all this into a box was this opportunity. I
right,
might or might not pursue a career in the teaching of English language, but if you have a good, if your Spanish increases, maybe you can, if you ever, I mean, you go back and then you want to do something in a Spanish career, say any MNCs or teach Spanish, join ISS, I don't know. So whichever,
right.
so it's always a good it'll be there in your resume as well, so it'll show that it adds
Understood.
weightage. Yeah, so
Understood. And at the same time, you get paid for learning that as well. It's a good thing, right?
exactly you get
Yeah.
paid. Yeah, like I said, it
Sure.
might not be a lot, but I mean you
Yeah.
can make do with it. So
True. True. True.
Do we need to
Wow.
produce any TEFL or TESOL certificate for that?
yeah, you do IELTS or TOEFL, whatever. It should be C1 in English.
And in Spanish, it should be A1 or A2.
A1 for Filipinos, now it's A2. For Indians, I think it's A1. They've changed the rules, but yeah, for Indians it's A1 right now.
Because Philippines was until a few years back was a Spanish. Spanish was an official language there. Probably because of that. Recently, they have taken it away, I guess.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Spanish people had, I mean, they were in Spain, they were ruling Spain for a long time. So
Yes. Cuba,
Yeah. Yeah.
Philippines, and there was one more country. They were the last colonies of Spain.
exactly.
So in
Right.
1898, Spaniards left
Yeah.
Philippines.
I think the Cadiz was the last one, right? Cadiz.
Cadiz is in Spain. Cadiz is part of Spain.
Okay.
So Philippines,
And
they have Spanish.
it was an
People?
official language until a few years back in
Okay.
Philippines.
That's why, that's why, many Filipinos are there in many different
Yes.
parts. Yeah.
Yeah. And with you said there will be translational work and stuff like that. So, what do you translate and who do you work for?
So my job here is I have found one good English coordinator. My job is to make lesson plans for the children out here. So I teach from first to sixth. So each
Okay.
class, each standard will have their own lesson plan preparations. So it could be making, I mean, interaction games, or it could be, they will have a course book, of course, but you can
Right.
always take the topic, for example, present continuous, whatever, and you can make your own things to teach them. So they'll also have a course book in which you'll have to, it's like we have the Spanish book, there's no English stuff in it, just like that. They have
Got it.
English books without any Spanish, so you will have to translate that so as
Oh, got
to,
it.
yeah, and you
Got it.
can
Got it.
also
Got it.
help kids in any other manner that you like. So if kids approach you for improving their English, uh,
Right.
yeah, so they just want to improve their grammar or pronunciation and anything. It could be anything. Like I said, it totally depends on region to region and your specifically your coordinator how he wants to uh, use you or
Got it.
so that's yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's approved by a university, right? Or it's run by a university.
It's run by the consul area, like the Spanish government.
Government. Ah, okay. Okay. Right.
It is by Spanish government. It is an official
Right.
program,
Right. Right. Right.
and
Right.
you also get a certificate after end of this program.
Right.
I'm not very you do. I'm not sure, but I think you do. I'm not sure about that.
I think if it's a government run one, there should be some kind of a certification. Because yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yes. Anything that you do not like in this program, that you feel that it should have been in some other way, or there are people who regret their decision to go there for this program, and what kind of
Uh,
reasons are there for that?
when it comes to the education point of view, I think if you're teaching the adult schools, not the youngsters like I'm teaching, you might also get into adult schools. Maybe first years they rarely do get in, but here the culture is such that people are not very inclined to learn English. So sometimes that might be a turn off for you. So people they're not very interested in learning English. So it'll be a challenge for you to convince them or teach them. So on the educational front, I think this would be a challenge. And also the kind of coordinator you're with. Some are friendly, some are non-friendly. So that totally depends on what kind you get. I mean, what coordinator you get. But like I said, I live in a Pueblo and I like this because I stayed in Bangalore. I am fed of the city life. So this is like a good thing for me. No traffic, no. The culture is very different. I mean, you want to cross the road, cars will stop for you. So it's different and but like I said, if you get nostalgic soon, you might miss India. If food, if you're not like a hardcore non-vegetarian, this place is going to be a challenge for you because I eat non-veg, but the amount of non-veg that I'm eating right now is probably 5 times what I used to eat in India. So that is one challenge. Other things, but people overall, because I just came back from a Europe tour because we had December holidays. You will definitely notice that the people in Spain are much more friendlier than the other European countries. So that is one advantage. People in Spain are generally nice. So other than that, I don't think there should be anything unless you have like a certain very bad experience, like she mentioned, someone trying to chop you. So I think you'll get through the program if you should just make up your mind
No, it's
that
like it's one condition, but it is not always true. Like people, they are sharing apartments and all. It's
yeah,
common,
just an example.
common,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Also, I would like
Even
to.
my students are also living in Valencia, and also they are saying like they are sharing the rooms, apartments. So
yeah,
it's good. The people are good, no problem.
yeah.
Like mostly the South American parts, countries, they're good.
No, if I tell you about the Madrid, the time I was in Madrid, I have been roaming alone between 10 to 11. Okay, so it was cool. No one there to, rob you. So it was that cool. Even police
Yeah,
didn't
yeah, yeah.
ask me why you are here, what are you doing. They are like police will not never uh, bother you for if you are so calm. Even I made one friend over there. He was Indian, and so he invited me at his flat, and they were with two more people like from another country, Serbia, and one was from Bolivia country. So they all three were living together. They were cool, and so it's depend. It can happen anywhere. Whatever incident she
No,
said,
but
and
generally it's very safe here.
yeah,
It's
and
very safe.
basically it happens in the
No,
area
no,
which
it
is
is safe.
red zone.
Actually, it is
Like for
safe.
example, if I say about Madrid, there is one area called Lapis. I don't remember the name of that area. So you will get the people like who is selling drugs, you know, drugs, and Spaniard will tell you to not go there because basically those areas are not safe.
Yeah,
Okay.
like different case. That's not like always. It is not happening frequently, but yeah, you should be like
In
careful.
Madrid, there is some place I didn't remember. Lapis called. I don't remember near Atocha. So I don't remember very well the name. Maybe Spaniard will not tell you to go there.
So, Anvit, given a chance, whom would you suggest this course to? At what stage of the career, or what's as a student, or as a senior, or an early stage of his life? Whom would you suggest it to? Ideally,
I will answer your question if you can guess my age.
27.
yeah, that
I am 36 right now. In India, I worked in my Ranjit sir knows I worked for my dad's business in the fire line. I have an engineering in electronics. I did my MBA. I worked for my dad in the fire line. I worked in an MNC. I started my own business in the FMCG retail section, and none of this has to do anything with teaching or anything. It's just it could be for anyone, anywhere, as long as I like experimenting, so I would have loved to try it out. So I came. It's good. So age doesn't matter as long as you're willing to learn. I think most of you already speak a lot of Spanish, so it will be a lot of help. And like I said, it totally depends on your interest. You want to explore places, then definitely this is the place for you because it's easier to, like I said, I went around Europe just now in December. It's easier to travel from here than in India. That is one thing. Second is if you want to pursue a career, so that will help you as well. So it could be for anyone. It's not like there's not no, but yeah, you will
Hmm.
find a lot of youngsters here for sure. They'll all be in their 20s. So if
Right,
you can mingle well, you're good to go.
right,
But
right. Thanks, yeah. Take a bow, man. Ranjit
Yeah,
sir
take care.
considered you as a 20s, so take a bow.
see, I have been to Spain. I was there for 2 months in 2010 when I was working for IBM. So I think for such a long period now it is not possible for me to go. But if it is a shorter program for maybe 2 months or 3 months for teacher training program or something similar, I can consider. But I think
Yeah,
this is good for someone who has started learning Spanish in India and wants to continue learning Spanish. It's a good opportunity because you are getting paid for it, for listening
True,
and developing
yeah,
listening and speaking
true.
skills.
true.
And also Europe is very different. Villages in Europe are very much different from the villages in India. As I
Yeah,
said, culture, language, people, everything is new. Food, and probably you might be getting some holidays also to travel in between the other parts of Spain. If
Yeah, we
you
do.
want.
So, I mean, weekends are almost free. Public transport is amazing. You can reach almost any place in 4 or 5 hours. And I mean, you will have holidays in December, long holidays in March. So it's good.
So one has to get the TOEFL or PT or IELTS, right?
Sure, for sure. So you'll have to get that, you'll have to get your A1, and you'll have to submit it, and you'll have to clear an online interview.
Okay.
So for the native speakers, like I think for US, UK, and others, they don't have the interview. But for Singapore, Philippines, Indians, we have to clear any personal one-on-one interview
And by
with
31st, we
someone.
have to present all the documents, right? 31st of
I
January.
think so. Ranjit sir is what
Yeah,
mentioned.
31st was the last day that I read. Yeah, 31st.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is one of the reason that CLA results are declared very fast.
Yeah,
Earlier,
but yeah,
huh,
English for English.
for English, I think for English also they do not take much time.
I gave my IELTS. I got a result. I got my results within a week.
Within a week.
Yeah, within a week.
Okay.
And they need between 7.5 to 8, right?
Yeah, C1. It should be C1. So 7.5 is the cutoff, and
Okay.
less than 7.5 is not accepted.
Okay.
Jashan Gill has a question. How much it costs for 1 month and living expenses?
So in Pueblos, your rent along with gastos, I mean electricity, water, everything is chargeable, should come around something to 300 to 350 euros. Whether you share or you live alone, this is like a ballpark figure, which goes up to maybe 500 in bigger cities like Barcelona, Madrid. So when that cost is covered, then your average like monthly groceries and all should come up to 150, and then your other expenses like eating out, travel, transport, whatever, your abono cards. So you should be left with around say 100 euros by the end of the month if you plan well. But I think if you want to travel, have trips, additionally you'll have to arrange for some extra money or save up. So that would work.
Bueno, ¿alguien más tiene alguna pregunta para Anvit? Avani, do you want to say something? Do you want to ask anything?
No.
Okay. So I think, yeah, so before we wind up, maybe we can introduce ourselves so that we know each other. Some of the faces are known to me because I'm in touch with them, but people who are, for example, I know Anvit Kumar, of course, and Jayant is our student, and also Mr. Praveen, who studied with us, and the other people can probably introduce themselves. I'm Ranjit Kumar. I work for Institute of Spanish Studies, and I uh, I am a teacher by profession. These days, I do interpretations and also do translation sometimes. I work from Bangalore.
Hello, sir. This is Sijo.
Hi, Joe. Which city are you joining us from?
Sijo.
Sijo. Sijo. Yeah, I know you. You are.
Yeah.
Okay. So currently you are doing B2, I guess, or B1.
Me?
Yes.
No, I completed B2.2 from your institute and I started
Oh,
working at Amazon in a Spanish process.
okay. I met you during the Chilean.
Yeah.
There was an
Festival,
event
cultural
by
festival.
Chilean embassy. Yeah.
Yes. And also on the
Fruki.
Peruvian film festival.
Yeah, also in the Peruvian Film Festival. Yes.
Yeah.
Hi everyone, this is Jashan Gill. I'm from Punjab. I'm a civil servant here, Indian civil servant, and I can't come on camera because I'm in between lots of people and noise. And I'm just learning Spanish because last year I started filmmaking in US and I made extremely good Spanish friends, and we all together want to make a film.
So I'm just passionate about learning Spanish. Otherwise, it's not for work, but it's for personal reasons. But I hardly get time, so I can't say that I'm too good as of now. But I'm not giving worthy time to Spanish as yet. So maybe someday I would like to move to Spain for 2 or 3 months just to practice and to see my friends. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Jashan. And I think Manoj already left. I don't know him. He was asking a lot of questions and he was interested in this program, but he left already. Abhishek has joined us. Abhishek,
Yes, I'm here.
so are you the one that you were asking the questions in the group regarding the CLA and this program?
DELE. Yes, DELE exam.
CLA.
That's right.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, so I had completed the A1.2 certification from your institute via the online classes and the examination that was conducted.
Yeah.
So this was like I think during the first wave of COVID, I had taken it up. I think 2020, if I'm not wrong. So I completed that time. So I was just wondering that since you are a Celia partner, so I thought maybe this certification is just enough for the application for this position. But yeah, I got that clarified that that CLA and DELE is separate exams that I have to apply further. But can you just tell me more about the difference between CLA and DELE A1 exam? Like, what's the actual difference in this between these two?
I will answer this question.
Mm-hmm.
So students of, as I mentioned that students of these institutes, Goethe Institutes, Instituto Cervantes, or Alliance Française, they will have to do the official certification also, even if they are students of those institutes. Difference between DELE is conducted by Instituto Cervantes.
Yes.
And CLA is conducted by Instituto Cervantes plus 3 major universities of the Spanish-speaking world.
Okay.
So this is the reason why I consider that since CLA is by Cervantes plus 3 universities, 2 are from Latin America. One is Universidad Nacional Autónoma de México, and another one is Universidad de Buenos Aires. And the third university is Universidad de Salamanca in Spain. So CLA is required by Latin American countries also whenever there is a requirement of when they need a minimum level, they will ask for CLA. CLA is valid in Spain, CLA is valid in South American countries. And CLA is more flexible than DELE. As I mentioned in the previous conversation, in DELE, a candidate chooses the level. And if you get less than 60% in every linguistic competency, for example, reading, writing, listening, speaking, then the result is apto or no apto. So someone who gets less than 60% in any of these sections, reading, writing, listening, speaking, will have the result as no apto. But DELE, but CLA gives you different levels it can give you. For reading, writing, listening, and speaking, you will have a different level. And CLA can be done from home. It can be done also at our centers. But for DELE, you must travel to the place where it is being conducted. It takes 2 days. One day you will have reading, writing, and listening part, and the second day they will conduct the speaking exam.
Okay.
Dates for DELE are fixed by Instituto Cervantes, and it is only 4 or 5 times in a year in different cities of India. But CLA exams exam dates are many, and these CLA exam dates are decided by the centers that offer the slot.
Mhm.
In this case, in our case, we decide when to conduct CLA exam. We offer the slots, and candidates they select the slots and they book the slots.
Okay, so when is the next one? If I
Please, I request you to kindly go and create an account on CLA website.
Mhm.
They will also keep sending you some kind of information about CLA exam, and CLA exam dates are already published by us.
Mm.
You can check the dates. Even for tomorrow it is published, but at least 3 days in advance you need to make the booking.
Okay.
DELE takes approximately 2 months to declare the results, and CLA results these days are being declared in a week.
Mm.
But they promise that within 21 days the result will be declared.
The thing is, see, it's been a long time since I had, done this regular kind of classes or conversation in Spanish with somebody. But yeah, whenever the chance is there, when I meet somebody who's from such a nation, so I generally tend to talk. So what I'm saying is, I just want a refresher kind of course or refresher kind of classes, and then prep myself for this exam. Um, because one, yes, I want to apply for that position that you had sent in, and secondly, of course, for job opportunities in abroad, I'm keenly looking out for that, because I heard that again, a lot of opportunities are opening up in many of these Latin American places, and not just that, even in Europe also. So yeah, I just want to be ready with all this before somewhere before mid half of this year, because equally I'm also looking at some immigration programs that are there to the European nations or elsewhere. So I just want a quick refresher course if anything is there at the institute. I don't mind traveling to the institute, since you are in JP Nagar and all. So yeah, I just wanted to know if there's anything of this sort. And yeah, the other thing is your immigration course that was there for B level or A, sorry, what is it? Yeah, B level. Yeah. So are you still conducting that?
What is immigration course? I'm not understanding
Yeah.
that.
So
Are you
wherein
talking
we
about
take
the
up.
program Study Spanish in Spain program in Valencia?
Yes, yes, exactly, in Valencia.
That
Exactly.
still happens. Yeah, during summer it happens.
Okay. Because last time when I checked, you said that, due to this COVID regulations, it had been stopped.
Yeah, in
So,
2020 it was not there, but in 2023, one of our students, Pooja Raju, she traveled
hmm?
and she shared her experience in the group also.
Okay. Yeah, so I wanted these details further.
This, I think, this we can talk about it separately, because this
Sure,
particular
sure.
session was for this Auxiliar de conversacion,
Mhm.
and that is why we invited Anvit, our student who is on this program currently. So in case you have any further question regarding this program, you can ask. Otherwise, we will consider this session as uh, over. Or
Okay, so with regard to this position, I think that person, the gentleman, has already been working, right? In Spain, because I actually came late. I just came now to the program, so I just wanted to ask this.
Yeah, Abhishek, I'm still here, right? I'm still in Spain. So
So how's it like, with this job and moving there to Spain and getting acclimatized there and the salary and all?
yeah, it'll take some time, but it depends if you, I mean, if you want to get into this program, I mean, you can do it. It's not that complicated. You will face a little bit of, I mean, tough times or whatever. It's okay. It's part of life. So,
And
uh,
for someone who's not done anything in teaching, so
no,
to like,
it depends on how quickly you can adapt, because I am not from a teaching background as well. So you can come
okay.
here and then, yeah, you will be guided. Each step will be provided to you, and then Depends on how you take it from there.
Okay. All right. Yeah, the salary wise, like, is it enough to sustain there in
It should, yeah. So more or less the salary is enough to sustain, but if you have like other things that you want to do, you will have to manage somehow. But it's good enough. The money is good enough for you to stay here. But the only thing is sometimes you get paid late. So especially when you're new, uh, you don't. It's difficult that you don't get your. It might be possible that you don't get your salary till December. That is October, November, and December. So you'll have to sustain for 2 months, 2, 3 months, and even then, every month it's not like exactly on the first or per se. You'll have to manage.
Yeah, okay. So for now, I think this is what I want to know. In case there's anything, I hope to get in touch with you if you're there on LinkedIn or somewhere. So
Yeah,
Yeah, sure, sure.
yeah. Regarding DELE or CLA, my position currently, when I also hire people or I also work with translators, interpreters, and teachers, because India or any country, there are many courses, certificate courses, diploma courses, MA, BA, advanced diploma, higher diploma. It is very confusing for us. And in the university system,
right.
sometimes when teachers and students, they are closer to each other, even they do they do not want to do any injustice to their students, so they consider and they pass the candidate even if they do not deserve to be at that level. For example, there will be many students who have done their bachelor's and master's, but they are not at C1 or B2 level. There are many students who have advanced diploma or higher diploma certificates, but they do not have that particular level. So in this situation, it becomes very difficult for a recruiter to hire candidates who have some authentic kind of certification which tells the exact level that they have. This is the reason why I have been insisting in the last few months on the social media, also in LinkedIn and other places, to have the official certification so that it is easier for anyone to hire you as a candidate or to give you any opportunity where your level needs to be known to the public, to the people. And when these kind of opportunities have come, for example, this Auxiliar de conversacion, there are many more opportunities like this, because this CLA certification have been done by many people, and also from also people who are traveling to other countries like Argentina, Mexico. These governments also ask for something very authentic and international. So this is the reason why I say that please, not now, when you get when you have B2 level, when you have C1 level, please try for an official certification, because they have more value than any other certificate.
Okay, thanks for that. All right. So, with regard to the refresher course, I'll just get in touch with your office if there's any, so that
Sure, sure. If you want to go to the next level, if you want to join the
Yes,
next level,
definitely.
you can join, and the revision classes will not be charged at the institute. The previous level, if you revise any level, we will not charge you for that. And also, I want to give you a news that we are going to become a DELE examination center in another few months, maybe not months, by January, and we will have the final conversation confirmation regarding DELE examination center in Bangalore, which was not there for more than 10-15 years.
That's great. Congratulations, sir.
That's nice. Yeah, congratulations on that.
Thank you. Thank you. So if we don't have any further questions, we can wind up this session. And I thank everyone for joining this session, and to Anvit
Thank you.
for
Thank you, sir.
taking his time, because I think it might be evening. It's 9:24 in India, but for you
It's
maybe
yeah, it's
evening,
5.
the time where you need to go out and to do your things, walk or to purchase something, to meet your friends.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the time that you gave us.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you for joining Jayant, Abhishek, and
Thank
Mr.
you. Thank you, sir.
Swini,
Okay.
and also
Thanks for organizing it, sir. And thanks, Anvit, for your time.
Thank
Sure,
you.
sure. Wish you all the best.
Thank
Yep.
you.
You
Wish
too.
you a safe and enjoyable stay there as well.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank
Okay,
you.
bye bye.
Bye.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.